This Sunday. Every Sunday, side by side at the microphone, from the green light to the speed trap, Chris Switzer and Ray Garino calls them as they sees them, and you better believe them. Here, relevant news, biased opinions, and outright bullshit regarding every aspect of automotive culture. Gasp at mechanical trickery never before revealed over FCC-regulated airwaves. Thrill to the explosive tension as Chris and Ray cuss each other down the track and barrel roll across the finish line, laughing at certain disaster as they shake hands for the devil. All that and much more this Sunday at high noon on the Motormouth Radio Hour. Call in and speak live with the Wizards of Speed and live feed, Chris Switzer and Ray Garino. Bring the whole family. Kids under 12 get in free. Every Sunday at noon on WHPC. Take the Long Island Expressway to the Meadowbrook Parkway and look for the sign saying no parking on the expressway and no express service on the parkway. Go right on Highway 24 to Garden City. $2 all-day parking includes pit pass. Sunday!
All right, we are jazzing, we are flashing. That's Clash Kebab, man. We are rocking into the second hour. So all you Springsteen fans out there, all you fans of Kim's show, of Thunder, listen to great people, but I know you don't want us here right now. You want Bruce. You're not going to hear him. You're going to hear the stuff like, well, you're not going to hear music because we're going to talk.
Can I make a request for Bruce?
Sure, you can. So we are Motormouth Radio, Long Island's only automotive talk show, with your hosts Ray Guarino and Chris Switzer, doing our second hour of fundraising here on this fine day. This show won't be broadcast until next week because we're going to won't be on the air then.
Right, that's good. That's good. You just now dated the program. That's good.
I know. Well, you know, people have figured it out. I did change my clothes, though. You see, I
noticed. Yes. You also trimmed your nose hair. That was very nice. That was good of you to do that.
Being a little tricky. But, yeah, so we are doing our fundraising. Actually, see, now I do have to kind of date it because there's no other way to do it. If people are when they hear this show as a recorded show, I guess you could call and you donate. I'm sure they take a donation. You can call us on the studio line at 516-572-7440. Call to donate at 516-572-7438 because it's listeners like you that help us do what we do. And without your help, we wouldn't be able to do it every single week.
That is true.
We only do this once a year. We've had some great, some of our diehards donating already, which is great. We appreciate all of their support and help. But
and there are fabulous prizes to be had, Ray, right? There
are
fabulous things to be had once you make that generous donation. Not only are you getting quality programming here, well, not this show, but other shows on this station, you get quality programming.
I tell you what, you could win a gift card to the Irish Poet for a $50 donation. Great place right in Wantaw. My wife and I have eaten there. We love it. It's a great, very good food, very good atmosphere. $100 donation will get you a gift card to Uncle Bacla's. I may do that after the show because it's one of my favorite Italian places. I love it. I love that there. You can get an Echo Dot for a $50 donation. So yes, you can speak with the screeners. I know we had Ro and Mike Z. I don't know if they're still out there. I saw another fella came in.
They're completely tuned out by now, I'm sure.
Yeah, but you can call us and talk about stuff if you'd like. You know, we covered stuff in the first hour that was pretty cool. So this hour, I want to talk to you about something I did recently. It was actually yesterday, which when you hear this, it'll be a week ago. But
right,
you know, I do pre-purchase vehicle inspections.
Yes, you do.
So the way this people always ask, how does that work? I'll tell you how it works. You see a car for sale.
How do they say it again?
Hey, how does that work?
Got it.
Or some iteration thereof.
Mm-hmm.
And they see it online somewhere. Maybe it's on eBay, it's on Marketplace, it's on Car Trader, it's on Bring a Trailer, wherever. And they are smart buyers because people have gotten really bit by this. Sometimes a car is advertised for sale, but there's really no car. So yeah, send me a check. Yes. I'll send you the title. Yeah, right. The scams abound. So the smart buyers, and they could be just someone who's out of state, wants to have someone look at that car who can say, okay, it is what they say it is, and here's the faults, here's what the pictures didn't show. and good and bad. So
Right.
they call a company. In the case of this, they call a company that I work for, and they say, I'd like to have someone. They can do a short inspection, which is only a 3-page thing. It's a quickie. I've only done one of those, and most of them are 6-page reports with 175 photos. And they call the inspector in the area where the car is being sold. So I'm the guy for down here, and get the assignment. You go and you go look at the car. So I got to look at I actually wanted Matco Man Brian to come with me yesterday, because he was a Porsche mechanic back in the day, like my brother Mike was.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, Brian, I got to go see an 85 930 Porsche, which is a turbo 911.
Right.
And he was like, wow, really? And of course, he couldn't make it up. He would have come up, but he had other obligations with his family. And when I tell you, car guy heaven, Chris.
Yep.
This fellow was up, who owns the car, is up on the North Shore here of Long Island, which where a number of cars that I look at are. And built into the bottom of his house is this garage that he had. Let me see, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars and a motorcycle in there with workspace.
Wow.
With all, garage doors, all like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It kind of looked like that, except it wasn't elevated. It was on the ground floor. Windows on both sides, big glass garage doors that actually had blinds that would retract. I mean,
holy smokes.
Ceramic floor, absolutely beautiful. I said, how did you pick this floor? He goes, well, I called my guy. He says, I told him I wanted a floor. And everybody does, a lot of people do the, what do you call it? It's the roll-on stuff that's...
Oh yeah. It's like paint with the
it's a little gritty.
It's got like pumice in it.
Right. Or you could do it smooth.
Right.
It's like an epoxy coating.
Yes.
But the tires always go, when you drive over.
Wait. Do that again.
It was like the tires will go.
Thank you.
Pretty damn good recreation.
I liked it.
Well, as I'm kneeling on this place, I said, wow, this is nice. He goes, I had the guy bring me a couple of tiles, and it looks like wood. It's ceramic.
Oh, wow.
Like wood. He goes, and what I did is I poured battery acid on it. I poured the gunkiest oil I could find. Any gunky, nasty chemicals I poured on this in space. I let it sit for weeks. He goes, and then I wiped it off. He goes, and it looked just like it did. He goes, so that's what I said. He goes, and of course, being a true car guy nut, he actually sealed all the grout with a silicon seal. So,
jeez.
And not that his cars, well, he did say some of these cars do leak a little because they're like not driven that much. And most of them they're all foreign cars, except for one Corvette that was in there.
Well, of course, they're going to mark their territory, yes.
But very, 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 very nice. I mean, and of course, climate controlled, it's heated and cooled. And he had a Borghett's motorcycle there that he's actually building a bar around. So you sit up at this, the bike will be encased in stainless steel framework with glass. So you'll be able to see this beautiful motorcycle as you have a gin. And he had my favorite, he had Bombay gin on his shelf. I'm like, yeah, that's what I was just drinking last night. Bombay and tonic, man.
Wow.
So that was,
that's a little over the top.
Well, yeah, but when you
got it, flaunt it.
Yeah. So I tell you what, we have a phone call, so let's flaunt that.
Okay.
Let's go to the phones and say hi, caller. You're on with the Motor Mouths.
Chris and Ray.
Hey, Bob, what's up? New number today.
Robert.
Happy birthday, Chris.
Thank you, Almighty. Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Wishing you, Mr. Mopar Breath, a happy birthday.
Yes, and an effective Mopar breath it is.
It comes once a year.
Right, it's old.
Mopar guys are thick and thin, man. They stick with each other all the time.
Oh, that they do.
You need a crowbar to separate us. I get it.
So I spoke. Are you enjoying your birthday?
Of course, I'm talking to you.
Sounds good. So I spoke to Mike Z. I sent a few dollars over there.
Oh, thank you very much, Bobby. Again, you've been one of our staunchest supporters, and as I mentioned in the first hour, you're grandfathered in to come in here whenever the hell you want. You don't have to donate to do it because you paid your dues. So, and I do mean that. I would love to have you in here one day with us to do the show because I think it'd be a blast.
Would be.
That would be great. I would like that. So I had a couple of questions. One is, Chris, you worked at AMC?
Oh, yeah.
And I don't get any AMX or Javelin stories from you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was right. I wish it was that AMC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, different AMC.
Oh, different AMC. Okay, that
Yeah.
explains it. So never mind.
I can give you a whole bunch of Javelin and AMX stories if you want.
Right.
Hey, you know that there was always one guy, not more than one. There was always one guy in the group that would run the 390s or
Yeah.
the 343s.
I had friends that had we had a 71 AMC AMX. We had a 304 and the small motor, and it was orange with the white stripe that ran up the hood and up the fenders, up either fender.
Yeah.
And then we ended up with a brown one, which was a 74 that had the 401. And I swear to you, Bob, I never saw a vehicle, the 74, I never saw a car, any car, rattle as much as this Javelin did. Everything was loose.
Joe Alton talked about that in his muscle car book, if you remember.
I literally went around the car with a Phillips head screwdriver, tightening screws all around the car. Yeah. And it was a great car. It was fast as hell. But boy, you couldn't have a cognitive thought in it when you were on the road, because it was just noise upon noise, just rattling and shattering, just going on constantly as you were in the car. I didn't understand.
Yeah, but they were. There's a couple of those guys that ran those 390s.
Yes,
they were pretty fast. They were.
Mark Donohue ran an AMX in the Trans Am series. I mean, that was, you don't get better than that.
Right, that's for sure.
Yeah. That's before he rolled over, right? I got it. Yeah, no, it was after he rolled over.
I don't recall. I don't know.
Yeah, it's funny because we were talking about Porsches, how they can spin
this
the
car
turbo
was
Porsches.
The Widowmaker, right?
Right. So I had a bit of time with
unless the wife was driving.
Right,
it would be a widower maker then.
I had a 1980 AMC Spirit.
Woohoo! Those are great cars.
It was. It had the 6 in it. It didn't have the 8 in it. But when you want to swap ends with that car, boy, oh boy, that car was the greatest car to do like Rockford spins.
Oh wow!
You know, when you're backing it up,
like a J-turn.
You cut the wheel and you get the car to spin on a dime and then go forward with it.
Or you know what? They used to call that the bootleg 180. I think they even mentioned that at Adam 12 once. They called it the bootlegger 180, but it was also known as the J-turn.
Yeah. Right, J-turn or Rockford turn. But the car with the rear end would break away on a 90-degree turn in wet weather. It would spin.
We had a friend of the family take out a pole on Guy Lombardo with that vehicle. It was blue. It was blue, and it just hugged the telephone pole.
Oh boy! No, the one I was driving was beige with that kind of, had like that corduroy interior. It was that strange Aztec print.
Yeah.
So
you know what?
What's that?
You had the Duraweave for Ford, and you had the Houndstooth for Chevy.
Yes, that's correct. The Houndstooth in '69. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'll tell you what else you have, Bob. Now, I just got the sheet from your donation. Thank you very much. We appreciate that greatly. It's people like you who keep us on the air. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. So I see I have your number, because we have caller ID too. I'm going to text you my number, my cell number.
Okay.
I don't do it for everybody. Believe me, not for everybody. But this way you'll have it, and you can contact me any way you want. You could text or call, and then we can set something up, and and whatever. So this way we'll have contact. We can get in touch with each other in the future if we need to.
Oh, that would be nice. Just make sure that Chris has his blinders on. I don't want his calls.
No, he doesn't get. But no, not at all. Don't worry about it. You're safe, Bob. You're safe.
So I did have him. Chris, I'm sorry. I love you, but please don't call me.
That's what I say when the phone goes. I'm like, oh damn, not again.
I had
Bob, You're going to make me want to do another promo.
Oh man,
That's a good one.
That's a
I
great
had a
one.
mechanical question for Camry Boy.
Yes. Oh, both of us have Camrys now. Yeah, it's funny.
Right.
Yeah, we had a couple of Camrys in our family. We had a couple of RAV4s. I had a guy down in Spring Hill, Florida, had a tranny problem with my mother's RAV4, and the tranny wasn't bad. On the side of the tranny, there's like a solenoid that fails, and he happened to have been an honest guy, and he didn't bang me for a $4,000 tranny for my mom. He said, "I think I know what it is." He goes, "It could be it," and they changed that. I forgot exactly what it was.
Shift solenoid.
My mother's shift solenoid and towing to and from with the part and labor, $1,000. Couldn't go wrong.
Okay.
All right.
Couldn't go wrong. You know what a stand. You know, I'm 1,200 miles away.
Right.
You know what a stand. And I went down and I squared up with those guys later on when I visited and make sure they're taken care of.
Right.
But you talk about mechanics who do the right thing. You know.
Yes.
Sure.
So I did have
They're out there.
had a question for you in reference to the new Camry. The tranny. Now, are you going to just open up the pan and let it, measure out what you drop, and then close it back up and add, or are you going to flush the entire tranny?
That's a good question. I'm going to find this. No, I do actually found a spec on how much fluid it takes.
Yeah.
So I will just, I'll dump it out, and I could measure, but I'm just put back in what it, what it calls for, and
so there
because it has a stick, it has a dipstick,
Oh, so we talked about it a couple of times, I guess, throughout the years, and the two schools. One is either you just drop it and refill, or you flush it and change the filter. And some mechanics say, well, do A or do B, and so I guess you're going to go just dump the fluid.
Yes.
Okay.
Because, like I said, the car does have a dipstick, so. Right. Once I fill it and run it, I can check it. I can check the level on this. For the cars that don't have a dipstick, like my wife's Cruise, you want to measure what comes out and put back the same amount, unless you have a scanner that can tell you, which on that car, I don't think it reads it. So, yeah. But with a dipstick, you go. It's like oil. You just add until it's where it's
right. That's what I end up doing, Bob. Just dumping the fluid out. And I can't even, on the Explorer or my Mazda, you can't get at the filter. So you have to dump the fluid and replace it.
And some cars, like my daughter had a Stratus years ago. It was a Mitsubishi Eclipse powertrain. It didn't have a changeable filter. I remember the dial, and Pat told me, "Nah, there's a screen in there." He goes, "You know what? Don't worry. You can put coffee in there. It wouldn't matter." I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, what happens if I have a problem? He goes, "You come pay me. I put a tranny in the car." I'm like,
exactly.
Thanks, Pat.
Yeah, that's exactly what you don't want to do.
Luckily, we never needed it. The car got totaled.
and lastly, the one thing I learned with the, I'm not going to keep any longer. The last thing I learned with the Toyota trannies was that, even all the Toyotas that we changed tranny fluid, we used their fluid. We used the Toyota fluid.
I will tell you what.
I know it costs more.
They changed that somewhere because my daughter's RAV4 is a 2012. My FJ is a 2008. They both call for Toyota. I forget what the designation is for fluid, but it's a Toyota fluid, which I purchased at Walmart. This Camry, since it's a 95, Dexron 2, I'm sorry, regular Dexron transmission fluid. So
so that's great to know.
It'll be even cheaper, So buy an old car, man. They're cheaper to maintain. So
I'm still pushing it. I'm still pushing the 2002 Suburban.
Hey, I'm excess 2002 Mazda. So Bob, I just sent you a text with my number, so you have it, and so when I get some weirdo things in the middle of the night, I'll know where they come from now.
And it won't be from me.
Oh, all right, Bob. Thanks for the call, brother. Thanks for the donation too. We appreciate it.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Take care, my brother. Be safe.
You can be like Bob. When you listen online, it costs you nothing. When you listen terrestrially, it costs you nothing either.
Right.
But it costs us $7,000 a year in streaming costs and music licensing payments and all that stuff. So the donation helps to defray that. The paper that I'm reading this off of was also purchased with funds from donations. So it
cost thousands of dollars for that piece of paper.
Well, not the piece of paper, but for the streaming course. So you can call us 516-572-7440 or to donate 516-572-7438 or to text, not like Bob, because now he has my number.
Is that me?
Yes, that's you. You're on.
203-670-4127.
When you see the key light come on, you know that means,
feed the monkey.
Right, you're on. Yeah. So anyway, so back to this Porsche, which was a delight of a car, and we did take it for a test drive. Now, I didn't drive it. Listen, this owner was a little kind of nutty about stuff.
You think, after you just described the type of floor that he put down and tried to test it? I'm sure.
So I need to open every compartment and look. And he says, when you need something open, let me know. I'll take care of that for you.
Oh, already.
I said, look, I need the door open. And,
right.
I mean, listen, if you saw his collection of cars, you'd understand.
Oh, I believe it. Did you do this with your shoes off too?
No, I didn't. I had my shoes on.
Right.
But when I got in the car, he said, "Oh, you're going to go for a test drive?" I said, "Yeah, please, let's do that." And he says, "Okay, I'm going to put a towel down on the floor on your side, so you." I'm like, "Okay, listen, I can adapt. I don't, I know some people
totally. Yeah, I get it.
I can adapt. I mean, if something's unreasonable, hey, and even on an inspection, my mantra is, listen, if someone does something weird, odd, you know what? I note it. I put it in my notes, and when I report back, I say couldn't do it because,
right.
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
So he said, so let me tell you. He goes, before you get in, let me tell you how to get in the car. I'm like, oh. He goes, yeah.
How to get in the car.
He goes, well, now put your butt on the seat and then swing your legs over. This way you don't hit the bolster. You still hit the bolster because if your butt's on the seat, your thighs are over the bolster.
Right, of course.
And then so I said, okay, I will follow your directive. Not a
problem. Do
whatever
you want, Bunky.
And that car was a joy to drive. I mean, it was. He got into a little bit, taking some of the curves up on the North Shore, and it was like driving my Pontiac, but in a package smaller than my Fiat. This car was like on a rail. It was just, man, those cars are such driving cars.
They sure are.
So
no, I get it. I totally get it. Well, that was cool. That was very good. Yeah, it's I had. I think I told you I put the stabilizer links in the Mazda. And the one side, I took a look at the threads because you have the threads attached to a ball on the other side where the dog bone is.
Right.
And of course, since it's worn out, if you get on the nut where the threads are to remove that part, it's only going to spin because there's nothing holding it down. So it's going to spin with the threads.
Okay.
And you're not going to get anywhere.
Wait, let me just back up because I didn't listen. I wasn't listening to you for a second. You're talking about your sway bar link?
Yeah, stabilizer link. Yes.
Okay, so the stud comes out of the dog bone. So there's nothing on the back side.
Well, that's what they give you, this
Allen key.
Allen key, which does nothing.
No, that's why Brian sells all the damn Allen key. Like I said to you, just to interrupt you for a second, we all bought the standard Allen key sets that were maybe an inch tall.
Right.
And then they came out with the long ones that were like 4 inches. Those are great to get into deeper spots. Now they come out with stubby ones, and they're in 1/4 inch and 3/8 and 1/2 inch drive. And that's what I had to use on the RAV4 because to get to that Allen, there was something else in the way, and you needed just a little stubby Allen key.
Right.
And what I found is you put the Allen key in and hold it, and then a lot of times you put a wrench on the nut and work the Allen key side, and then you can spin the whole thing because it's worn out anyway. But,
well, what I was able to do was I was able to snap the dog bone
there you go.
And get at the ball and then get on it with a vice grip on that side. But I realized something when I took the first one off. I thought the threads were okay. It's like, oh, they're all right. Not a big deal. But that nut got harder and harder to spin off that thread. It really gave me grief. So when I did the other side, the passenger side, before I started to spin the nut off, I got on it with a drill, the wire brush on the end of a drill. And I went around those threads. Ray, when I tell you I got them like highly polished.
We usually use an impact gun and just go and just,
Well, that's what I had to do to get it as clean as I could, and then I oiled it. And this was the old one. This is the one that was coming off.
I got you. I know what you're doing. Yeah.
and I was able to literally condition the threads on the old stabilizer to get it off. And when I tell you I had it off in 15 minutes, not a problem.
In the shop, what I would do typically I would go out, I would go into the other room and bring out that big cart with the two big tanks on it.
Yeah.
And just go, and in like 6 minutes,
yeah,
out.
Done. Let me tell you, I wish I had
You're
that tank. I wish I had that tank when I was doing the exhaust system on the pickup truck.
Well, you could get some small tanks for home. I have those too. I have those at home. I have a nice, shorter
and
one.
I wish I had one because I busted every drill bit I had.
Right.
Drilling into that hardened steel bolt.
I know we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
After we go to the phones and the fun and say hi, you're on with the Motor Mouths.
Yes, good afternoon, Ray and Chris. How are you guys?
Bob number 2, Bob
club?
Jones from the Olds Club.
Hey! Hiya, Bob.
Yes. How are you doing, Chris?
Doing well.
Our pleasure. We just donated from the club. And, of course, I had a separate donation from myself, but we really appreciate what you guys do. And it's great entertainment. Thank you.
Bob,
and information.
Thank you very much. The donations,
Thanks, Bob.
They don't go to us. They go to the station, and they do use it for improvements around here, which is good. And they're tax deductible, by the way, so you can write that off if you'd like.
Oh.
But they also train, they train students to do air shifts here, which you got to learn somewhere, and where it was better than at a college radio station.
Yeah,
Chris, you can attest to that.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I thought the money went to Chris and his restoration of his car.
Oh, you can tell by looking at the car, huh? Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
But no, that's great news.
Chris is breaking new ground. He's actually going to join a car club. It's It took only 60 years to.
Well,
it's the Pasta Vazul Cruisers of Milford, Connecticut.
Bob, I'm actually working on something called Car Course Media, and it's a whole big conglomeration, and we're working on it using this radio program as almost like a stepping stone as well. But part of it is to join a car club and get my finger on the pulse of the car club culture up here in the Fairfield County area. So yeah, I may be tapping you as far as wealth and education and knowledge. Vast amount of knowledge.
Talk to Bob. Every club on the island is stealing his name right now. His show's name. So yeah, he'll help you out a lot.
I was gonna call it the Oldsmobile Club, but I knew it was taken already. So.
Oh yeah. Hey, Chris. You can certainly join our club. And
Thank you.
I know you're in Connecticut, but, we do meet once a month, and you're certainly welcome to join us. I know Ray has joined us, I think, once.
I think maybe twice, and I'd love to come back again because I love coming to you guys. Bob actually steps in as a second. He steps in as like a co-host, so which is the way you want to have it for sure.
I appreciate that, Bob. Thank you so much.
I thought Ray was coming just for the food because we have complete dinner every meeting for all our members and guests at no charge.
Yes.
And every month it's something different. It's really good. Yeah. We're up to 80 members, and I would say about 60 of them, are active, and about 45, possibly 50 frequent, that's our average group when we get together. So we really have a good time.
See, I get kind of a pass because I have a Pontiac. So the BOP guys, Buick, Olds, Pontiac, we've always been in that same lump. We're not the Chevys or the Chryslers or the Fords. So we always kind of hung together a little bit anyway. So, and our cars kind of look similar in a lot of ways. So, bumpers, I think, I swear my bumper would fit a 65 Buick or an Oldsmobile.
We're a bunch of us are also in the Buick Club, and we have, maybe half a dozen Buick Club members that come to our show, and we're kind of attending each other's events. And the Buick Club has great events.
Right.
So it's really enhanced the experience.
And of course,
that's cool.
Howie Schneider, of course, is president of the Buick Club.
Oh, he is.
The big man.
He's in our club.
The big man.
Yeah.
Yes, the big man.
He's in everybody's club.
He's in our club.
Yeah. Exactly.
He's just a clubber.
Yeah.
He's great. So I'd like to mention that I'm down here in Florida, West Palm Beach or Palm Beach for the Barrett Jackson auction. First one I've ever.
Oh, BJ.
attended.
Okay, I thought it was Kissimmee. All right.
Yeah, okay. And of course I'm looking for Buick, Olds, Pontiac, and Cadillac.
Right.
And by far, there were more Cadillacs than Buick, Olds, or Pontiac.
You did send me a link to an FJ. You sent me a link to an FJ that went across the block. Tell everybody what that went for. Do you remember, Bob?
We lost him.
The title.
49 number.
Oh, yeah.
49, something like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
How many miles was on that truck? It had to be like 0. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it looked perfect.
It had to be.
Of course, we chased my good friend that I'm with right now, who's let me stay with him. He's a Long Islander, but he has a place here. He has a 70 Cutlass S. His name is Elliot.
Right.
And we followed a 70 442 W30, same color, same car as his. The only difference is about $150,000.
Yeah.
So the Olds went through. The Olds was beautiful. We were drooling. It went through for 175. Elliot's car would have gone through for about 25. So we were going to swap it out one night.
Right.
And we also saw because it's exactly the same color.
Oh,
and,
boy.
Looks great. And then we saw a 71 442 convertible, black and white, absolutely gorgeous, go for 110.
Wow.
That 65 GTO convertible recreation or tribute, that went for about 36. But I will say this, the pricing to me seemed soft.
Okay.
Yes. And you're not alone, Bob. It's the truth. The market is softening. It's not way down, but it's not rocketing like it was. It's not into the stratosphere like it was a couple of years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw cars in the single digits. A 50 Olds, altogether black with gray, very nice looking car for $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
I saw there was a beautiful Riviera 63.
Oh wow!
Went for about maybe 25.
Wow, nice.
Maybe 21.
Yeah.
Actually 21, I think.
That's great.
Yeah.
But I did see a really nice.
Bob's phone is dropping out on him in Florida down there. I think the seashells aren't connected with the string.
Well, what's the matter? Are you losing
me? Your phone dropped. It's done it a couple times. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I predict give it about 2 years. I'd say probably around 2028, 2029, you're going to see the numbers start to skyrocket again. Now you're getting bargains.
Yeah.
And I would strongly suggest if you're looking for a vehicle now's the time to buy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely a buyer's market.
Nice 67 gold Pontiac GTO for like 40. I mean, really nice. There was a lot of good buys. I'm not a Corvette guy, but a white with a red interior.
Yeah.
63 Corvette, 300,000, and that was really nice. So yeah, there were good buys, and of course, if you had deep pockets, you could spend $700 or $1 million on a couple of them.
Oh, sure.
Those Porsches and Pagnas or whatever they're called.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So I just wanted to say good luck with the rest of your show.
Yeah.
And
thanks for the call. Thanks for the donations.
The money.
Thanks for the donations from yourself and the club. We appreciate it always.
We always do.
Guys like you that keeping us on the air. Thank you, Bob.
Yeah, great. And why don't you and Chris come one night? And if Chris is doing research, we'll help him out.
I'll definitely be back. You just tell me what the meeting is. I'll be there. All right.
Thank you so much, Bob. Yes.
Okay, guys.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you.
Keep in touch.
All right.
Bye.
All right. So we are we're bottom of the hour again. We're not scheduled. We're going to take a break. And we'll talk about more when we come back. But I don't need to do the weather on this break. I don't have a read to do. We don't have a.
But I have it on a group.
Okay, so you know what? Then do that. Do your thing.
I'm going to do it again. The Motormouth, not the same one. The Motormouth Radio Honor Group of the Hour this week goes out to those drivers who discovered that stain on their car seat. The one with no origin story, no explanation, absolutely no intention of leaving. You don't remember spilling anything, no one's confessing, and somehow it appeared overnight like an automotive mystery. You scrubbed it, you sprayed it, you stared at it, maybe even blamed a passenger or two, and yet there it remains, part of the car now, like a factory option you never ordered. So we salute your curiosity, your cleaning attempts, and your quiet acceptance that some mysteries are just meant to ride along. So if you have a stain on that car seat, you have no clue how it got there, you're part of the Motormouth Radio Honor Group of the Hour.
Nice. All right. So with that, we're going to take a quick break here on Motormouth Radio. We'll be back with more. Let's go see who's upstairs. I think I know who's upstairs. I think it's Fred upstairs.
Fred upstairs?
And he's got Ginger Snappers with him. So let's see if if the band is tuned up. We'll be back with more Motormouth Radio on 90.3 WHPC. In a minute. Keep it where you got it.
I got me tails and top hats, black shiny shoes and silver cane, a 1930 Bentley, a buckler with a dumb name, white as bright as Moon June, a band as tight as Mancini, a show with 10-toe tappers, a girl like Ginger Snappers. I don't want to be no rock star, knock out the heavyweight champ. I just want to find me a pretty partner and dance.
I've been told this is the most explosive episode ever, and we're talking about Motormouth Radio. Chris Switzer, Ray Guarino, right now are preparing killer conversation that only you will enjoy. So make sure you're listening. If you have a car question, and actually you should call up if you don't have a car question, because then they can help you. You know, you don't know where the oil goes? They do. You know where the dipstick is? They know where the dipstick is.
I know where the dipstick is.
And so because of that, they could help you out. So listen to Motormouth Radio. I guarantee you will enjoy yourself, and you can keep your pants on. So.
Okay, Mark Warman here from Graveyard Cars, hanging out with my buddies at, what's the name of it again?
Motormouth Radio.
Hey, Mark Warman here from Graveyard Cars, hanging out with my friends at Motormouth Radio. Sunday morning, I don't know what this fat bald guy's laughing about. You'll forget stuff soon enough too, my friend. Be sure to listen. When are you guys on? 10 a.m.?
Sundays at noon.
Noon on Sundays.
Excellent. This was
no, you got the promo for the best one was the first one. That's why I was because you said, what was the name of this again? That's the promo.
What better presentation could you do than that?
This show on 90.3 WHPC is brought to you by CarStar Celebrity Chase Collision, with 2 locations in Limerick and Oceanside, who remind you that New York state law says you always have the right to choose which shop will fix your car. CarStar Celebrity Chase Collision offers a full range of services, 24-hour towing between Montauk and Manhattan, shuttle service, and they can help you with a rental car arrangement if needed. All repairs include the CarStar Lifetime Nationwide Warranty, ensuring that the experts at Celebrity Chase Collision are always on your side.
Y sí, hablamos español.
More information is available at 516-593-0920 or online at celebritychasecollision.com.
Hey, you, get over here. Every Sunday, 12 to 1, you are going to tune in to hear the Motor Mouths, my friends Ray Guarino and Chris Switzer. 90.3 FM, WHPC. You might learn something.
I'd like to say you might learn how to play like these guys, but I don't even think I could do it. Fred upstairs and Ginger Snappers. Check out the Good Rats. Great band. Love them, love them, love them. So we're back. Motormouth Radio is our fundraiser. And I must say that if you're listening, you know that we have like over 60 different types of programming here in this station, some of which are not readily available on any other station on Long Island, like a car show.
Like this one.
Right. The music and talk programming can only be heard on WHPC. So if you're so inclined, you can call and make a tax-deductible donation to our line at 572-7438. We appreciate it greatly. The paper I read that off of was bought with donated money.
Yes, we do appreciate it. Every dollar is really appreciated, and we get it from our listeners, the ones that support this program. It's a feather in our cap too. Yeah. Well, we tell the program director, hey, guess what? We had our gang donate a lot of money.
And it's not a contest. It really isn't. So I'm sure we don't raise the most amount of money out of any show. on the station. But I mean, I think we do fair for what we.
I think we do, and I'm really I'm obviously going over the top here, but I appreciate it personally, and I know you do too, Ray. It's something that, because it means a lot. It proves that what we do has got a value. I think
like Bob and Doug and Bill and Bob and John just appreciate the programming. But if you want a little something back for your money besides programming on the station, I do think you should listen to other shows on the station. I do. You donate $50, you can get a gift card to the Irish Poet, which is a great restaurant in Wantor, nice bar and grill. My wife and I eat there; it's very good. And $100 will get you a gift card to Uncle Bacla's, which is my favorite Italian place. A $50 donation will get you an Echo Dot. It'll if you like those types of things. You could also, for a $50 donation, win tickets to see Leslie Jones of Saturday Night Live fame in the I'm Hot tour at the Patchogue Theater, all by calling 516-572-7438.
Good job, Ray.
If you want to listen to this stuff later, it's on Spreaker. The shows go on YouTube on Motormouth Radio and Motormouth Video. Also on, you can check us on X and Facebook at Motormouth Radio, and Instagram, it's real_Motormouth Radio.
Very good.
And we put pictures up of what we talk about so you can follow along.
So can I tell you about my mystery dent?
Oh, yes, please do.
I have a mystery dent, and I don't know where in the heck it came from, but on the exhaust pipe coming down from the V6 engine in the Explorer, the pipe drops down, goes under the oil pan, and just where it curls and starts heading towards the back of the car, it turns, and right there is a dent. It's like someone took a body hammer and went whack and hit it right there.
Wow.
And I don't know how it got there. I don't remember hitting anything. I have not a clue. But would you believe that the dent has now developed into a small pinhole that you can hear the engine? It's like you're getting this this what would you call, like a octave drop in the engine. And I went and put my hand over it, and you could feel the of air coming out. I'm like, son of a gun.
Weld or some muffler tape.
You know what? Here's the question. I could use a regular steel metal epoxy 2-stage type of out of a tube. Or what do you think about hitting it with a weld?
Yeah, sure. When I worked with my friend at his shop back in the back in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
That was early days with emissions or whatever. And what he would do to check back pressure, I remember he would make a hole in the pipe, and he had a gauge that he could just put in there. It would read back pressure. And then to fill that hole, he would just take usually like a screw, like a what do you call it? A self-tap screw, and just run it in there. Or if he was adventurous, he would go in and give it a little zap of a weld. And that's been done for infinitum, long time.
Because I was thinking of doing that. It's just I have a tube of that stuff, the 2-stage epoxy, and going over. But I'm like thinking that stuff. It's a losing battle if you use the 2-stage epoxy, even though it's strong. Does it last that constant temperature fluctuation for very long?
I mean, I would overlap it nicely, clean the pipe, clean the rust off the pipe first, and then overlap it. There's not a lot of pressure there because you're toward the end of the line.
It's actually in the beginning of the line.
Oh, it is. Okay, it's up closer, so it is a little more pressure. All right, but like I said, muffler tape, the stuff they used to sell in that.
Right. I never had good luck with that, and I'm going back 80s, the 1980s.
Back in the 70s, was the time where you could take like a beer can, cut
it
and use that, because it was real metal. It wasn't aluminum. It was like steel. Literally, you were repairing exhaust systems with beer cans. We all did that. Any one of those would work. You know what? I wonder, you had luck with this 24 years ago, and I wonder if it can transfer to the exhaust system by using bubble gum. Did you use bubble gum on a gas tank leak?
I used bubble gum on a gas tank on episode 3
Right.
this program.
Right.
Yeah.
And Vince is saying, yeah, muffler paste. I actually had a tin. It was like a teal colored top, and it was muffler paste.
Yeah.
I finally threw it out. I'm like, you know what? I'm never going to use it. I was going to keep it for posterity next to the Indian head.
Gasket shellac.
Yeah, but you know what? No, I ditched it.
Yes, I do too. It's around someplace. I do have a can of it floating around in a box somewhere. But I'm always fearful of using it.
Let's float back to the phones and say hi, caller. You're on the Motor Mouths.
How you doing? It's Steve Webb.
Oh, Steve, how are you?
Hey, Steve.
Doing good. Yeah, how you doing, Chris?
Very good.
Yeah, I was just listening to your dilemma there about filling a hole in. Okay?
Yeah.
And your exhaust, So, of course, every type of amateur, okay, and I don't, call you an amateur at all, but they're going to.
Well, you could.
Every kind of epoxy, glue, tape, okay, and then of course the true fix would be to weld, okay.
Right.
So I'm here to advocate everyone learn how to weld, okay. When you learn how to weld, it's going to open up a whole new world of fabrication and repair. It's going to put you at a whole nother level, okay? And it's really not hard to do, all right? So basically, you can buy yourself a Harbor Freight MIG welding system, for under $500 probably, even cheaper than that. And just learn how to weld. Practice yourself, watch videos, but take that step, okay? Take that step and enter the welding world, okay?
So, because, Steve, let me ask you if one wanted to go someplace for some professional instructional information to weld, where might one go here on Long Island?
Oh, right here at Bosie's. Okay, so yeah, right here at Bosie's, of course, our adult ed program, which I teach the auto body, adult ed. All right,
there you go.
Welding and things like that. But they also have a great welding course. Okay, welding course. Okay, so that would be a great start. Yeah, you always start at Bosie's, because it's not an expensive course, and it's nighttime, so you can work during the day, whatever it may be.
I have an idea, Steve. Like, I don't know if you heard on our first hour, Mike. We're going to do the Cars and Coffee in Oceanside next Saturday. And Mike had mentioned to me, he goes, hey, should we open it up? And I've done this like at Barry Shop at Neighbors, where he opened up the lift and said, hey, you want to put your car in a lift and take a look underneath, not going to change a tranny or anything, but if you want to just inspect the underside of your car. I said, wow, that means someone's got to actually sit there and do that for people. I said, I know it's going to be me. So, but you know what? Along that line, thank you, Ro. Another thing to do might be like little seminars like that, like a little welding seminar. And and we might know someone like you who might want to come in and
you'd have to talk to Mike on that because I'm on the clock on Saturdays. So
well,
you'd have to broker a deal on that.
I could do that. Yes.
Well, I'll leave that to you. But,
I'll handle that. Yeah.
For car guys and the hobbyist and the car guys type of thing, home welding is a very you can start it off at home, because these machines are 110 volt, so everybody has 110 volt. You don't need a 20 machine, for heavy steel, and car guys are basically just MIG welding sheet metal anyway. Okay, so enter the welding world. It's gonna put you at a new level of repair. Okay, that you never and anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. So people are afraid of it. Fire and all this other stuff. But you can do it responsible at home, and that's my application.
That's great advice.
Your credo can piggyback mine, because if you buy an old car, you'll have something to weld on.
You'll have plenty of welding spots.
So there you go.
Welding spots that appear that you never knew existed.
Right.
Oh yeah, and I'll tell you, Steve, I was self-taught, and I would love to learn more. But I've always said I can make the ugliest welds in the world, but they will never come apart. So that's my claim to fame. Yeah,
that's okay, but you do it. The thing is to do it. Take that first step.
Yes.
Yeah. So with the advent of the 110 machine, it's open to everyone.
And now I'll go a step further because all welders had transformers in them in the past that made them heavy. Now we have what's called suitcase welders. They're MOSFET controlled and they're so light, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Inverter welding and all that.
Exactly.
I took a step into TIG welding. The second step. So the first thing to do was buy a TIG welder. So instead of buying a big expensive machine, Miller, I got a little what they call the Dynasty TIG, and that is a great little. It's the size of a suitcase.
Right.
It's portable. It runs on 110, 220. 3-phase. It runs on everything. Yep. Professional machine. So like I said, the only way to learn is to do. And start yourself off. Don't be afraid.
Right.
Do it. Good.
I love it.
Good.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Really
for
good
that,
advice.
Steve. That's great advice.
Yep. Learn to weld.
All right.
Yep.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks for the call. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Steve.
All right. So long. And we did get another donation in from our friend Vic. Thank you very much, Vic. That's very well appreciated.
Thank you, Vic.
It's supporters like you guys that keep us going. The phone system that you used to call in on was purchased. We actually can do multiple lines on this phone. Sean told me how to do it, where I could take 2 calls at once. We don't really have call to do that too often. But I can do it. It's actually it is available to do that. So let's try line 2 and go to the phones and say hi, caller. You're on the Motor Mouths.
You just said my name.
There he is. I evoked him. What's happening, Vic?
How are you, Vic?
Hey, what's happening? Are you talking about fixing holes in exhaust? When I was in mechanics in Calhoun many moons ago, we had this one teacher. He was I'm not going to say cheap, but frugal, but cheap. He had a Falcon. Falcon with a bad exhaust. He comes in with 2 hose clamps and a can of soda.
Yeah.
And he goes, here you go. Soda was 25 cents. He drank the can and then gave me the can.
Right. And those were the days, of course, when you had steel cans.
Right.
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
And you were able to take that can, slice it down the center, wrap it around the exhaust, put 2 hose clamps on it, call it a day.
Good to go.
Exactly.
And then if you had no money when you were doing a motor swap, you had flex pipe. Made your head out of flex pipe.
Oh
my God.
Vic, I know guys who use flex pipe religiously. If they didn't need it, they used it. And that stuff was definitely a widow maker because it leaked like a sieve.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it took horsepower.
I think most everybody I know who ever put side pipes on a car back in the day, went with the flex pipe bend, and it's like, oh man, I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was just talking about the welding class. I actually took it over in Bosse's.
Okay. Very good.
I said, hey, let's see what you can always learn something.
Sure, absolutely. Because listen, not being professional, there's always something more you can learn to up your game, and that's why we practice. Musicians too. That's why you practice because you get a little more fluent.
Vic, was it a good course?
Yeah, it was very good. Now, I knew a lot about it, but like I said, you pick up one thing each week. Why not? Because I got 3 welds. Yeah.
That's great.
Tombstone. I started with the old Tombstone for $89.
That's a stick welder, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's if you learn stick welder, you basically got it made. Because it's not that simple.
I believe it. I have an old arc welder. That's all it does. It just.
That's what the Tombstone is.
Yeah. I learned on that and in gas, and that's why I still like to go and braze things because it's like soldering on steroids, And it's easy to do, but if you go a little too much, you can burn through. So it's like driving that Porsche. That's what this guy told me about all the cars in his collection at his house because every one of these cars will kill you. because if you don't drive it right, because they don't have any computer control, no traction control, they can kill you. He says, so you got to be on your game. And same thing with the welders. You can make a big mess. But,
That Porsche you went and looked at in Glen Cove, was that over by the junkyard?
No, it wasn't in Glen Cove. I was up on the North Shore. I was up by the power plant there in Northport.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the other side of the North Shore. Yeah. The Suffolk County side.
Even God don't go there. It's too far.
Yeah, I know it is. They paid, you know what? They actually paid me extra. They paid me extra for the mileage, so I'm like, okay, I'll go. What the heck?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I used to do the garbage up in Eaton's Neck, and you have to go through Asher Oak.
That's exactly where I was. That's exactly where I was.
Okay. And
30 miles an hour, baby. Do not.
231, and they're going to pull you over. Go over the line. They're going to pull you over.
As I was going up, I saw a couple cars pass me the other way. One was a guy was in the fire department, so I figured, all right, he's got to pass. But then there was another 2 cars that came down following him, probably doing 45. And then as I get a little further up, what do I see coming down? Boom, the big SUV with the lights going and crazy. Like, he's nailing them. He's nailing them.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's funny because I was the foreman, but that was my route. So I get done early and come back.
Right.
My one driver on that would be a Friday. He goes, "Can I do that route? I got stuff to do today." And it was cloudy out and windy out. I said, "Yeah." And we had a hurricane, and he was there until Sunday afternoon.
Oh, geez.
Wow.
And there's nothing in that town except a mailbox.
Yeah, I know.
And he was trapped in it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was not happy.
Wow. Holy smokes. Incredible.
Yeah. He said, "Am I getting paid for 2 days?" I said, "You didn't work."
Yeah, right.
Right. You were on call.
Right.
Yeah, that's an interesting. Well, a lot of it. Asherokin is an interesting town. I bought a 55 panhead up there.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's cool.
For I think that was $1,900.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, driving bike.
Nice.
Incredible.
That wasn't yesterday.
Yeah.
I was going to say, yeah, that was probably a while back.
Right.
That one went in the back seat of a 67 Chevelle and went down to South Jersey. Took the front end off it, and we put it in there.
Wow.
Okay.
Not the but he had to take it out himself. So I don't know how that happened. But
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's not a solo job, that's for sure.
Well, it was because he wanted to get it out and ride it the same day.
All right.
And shook it out. You know,
incredible.
So we got to get out and run here too, Vic. We got to get out. We're getting bit by the clock.
Good.
So thanks for calling. Thanks for the donation as always. We appreciate
money,
it.
Guys.
All right.
They'll take it.
All right. Thanks, Vic. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Vic.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, we are going to get out of here. Motormouth Radio is done. Kim didn't come in, so I don't know where she is. We're going to have to play some promos and fill this in for her.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have fulfilled our fundraising stuff. Next week, we're not on. You will hear this show next week if you listen. So, Chris, what do I tell the people waiting for me out there by my beautiful Camry?
Don't follow us home. And thank you so much for the donations. They are much appreciated. We love you guys.
Absolutely. So for Chris Switzer, Ray Guarino, signing off on Motormouth Radio. We'll see you live in 2 weeks.
That's right.
Bye.
See you. Bye. Thank you both for listening. Bye.
90.3 WHBC.